What makes A Farewell to Arms an anti-war novel? This literary masterpiece, penned by the legendary Ernest Hemingway, takes us into the heart of World War I, offering an unflinching look at the harsh realities of war. Hemingway doesn't romanticize the conflict. Instead, he paints a stark picture of the disillusionment, suffering, and loss of innocence that lay in its wake. This perspective is what sets A Farewell to Arms apart as an anti-war novel. Now let's delve deeper into the novel's key themes that make it stand against war. Hemingway paints a picture of the loss of innocence and idealism in soldiers. He masterfully showcases how the harsh realities of war shatter the romantic notions of glory and honor. Hemingway's words ring true. Abstract words such as glory, honor, courage, or hallow were obscene beside the concrete names of villages, the numbers of roads, the names of rivers, the numbers of regiments, and the dates. This disillusionment, this loss of innocence, serves as a powerful critique of war and its devastating effects on the human spirit. The futility of war is a recurring theme in the novel. Hemingway underscores this point, using stark and unembellished prose to depict the reality of war. Abstract words like glory, honor, and courage become obscene when juxtaposed with the concrete realities of war. The names of villages obliterated, the numbers of roads bombed, the names of rivers turned red, the numbers of regiments decimated, and the dates marking endless days of conflict. War destroys lives and cities without any clear purpose, a point Hemingway drives home effectively. Hemingway doesn't shy away from depicting the suffering and despair of soldiers. He paints a vivid picture of their physical and emotional torment, underlining the senseless pain they're subjected to. In his own words, "The world breaks everyone, and afterward, some are strong at the broken places." This poignant quote encapsulates the harsh reality faced by those on the battlefield, their spirits crushed under the weight of war's brutality. The pain and despair endured by soldiers is senseless and horrifying. Hemingway critiques the incompetence of military leadership. In A Farewell to Arms, the characters are often at the mercy of leaders who seem callous, detached from the realities of war. Hemingway underlines this with the poignant line, "We were all cooked. The thing was not to recognize it." It's a stark reminder of the military's disregard for the well-being of its soldiers, treating them as expendable. The disregard for the well-being of soldiers is a scathing indictment of the military leadership. The love story in the novel serves as a contrast to the brutality of war. Hemingway uses the relationship between Frederick Henry and Catherine Barclay to highlight the stark difference between the humanistic values of love, compassion, and connection, and the harsh, dehumanizing nature of war. Hemingway's words ring clear. "I was always embarrassed by the words sacred, glorious, and sacrifice, and the expression in vain." In this world, abstract ideals pale in comparison to tangible human bonds. The importance of human connection is underscored against the backdrop of war. The characters' attempts to escape symbolize a desire to distance themselves from war. Hemingway paints a vivid picture of this desire for distance and peace in A Farewell to Arms. When Frederick Henry declares, "I had made a separate peace," it underlines his personal rebellion against the destructive force of war. This poignant declaration underscores the human instinct for survival and the quest for tranquility amidst chaos. The desire to find peace away from the war zone is a powerful theme in the novel. The novel challenges blind patriotism. This piercing critique is echoed in Hemingway's prose, where he expresses discomfort with words such as sacred, glorious, sacrifice, and the expression in vain. He juxtaposes these abstract, often glorified concepts with the raw reality of war, the names of villages, roads, rivers, regiments, and dates. Hemingway's narrative questions the very essence of patriotism, underscoring the potential for senseless suffering it can engender. Blind loyalty to a nation can lead to senseless suffering, a point Hemingway drives home. In A Farewell to Arms, Hemingway's stark prose captures the harsh realities of war. The loss of innocence, the futility of war, suffering and despair, critique of military leadership, human relationships versus war, escape from war, and a cynical view of patriotism. All these aspects weave together to form a potent anti-war narrative. These themes make A Farewell to Arms a poignant critique of war, showcasing its senseless destruction and the disillusionment it brings.